My name is Scott Rennick and I am the incident commander of the Grouse complex. There's been a lot of really great work that was done over the last couple of weeks to get the fire out of the urban interface area, which was largely on the west side of Okanagan Lake. And now we're transitioning into a fire that is largely a wildland fire up into the mountains to the west of the fire area. Particularly the challenging aspect that we're having to this fire now is the southwest corner and the west side of it, which is above the Powers Creek drainage. We have the combination of extreme slopes, cliff edge, very challenging areas to work for crews, but also for any very limited and heavy equipment operations. And Powers is just a scenario that we're trying to avoid it getting into the actual drainage itself. We're not there yet. We're working it quite hard with the aviation assets you see behind us, and the ground crews too. But we are into a different phase of the fire now as we've moved over the last 2.5 weeks. Right now we're in a situation where we have to kind of do a combination of direct attack with hand crews, unit crews that are actually working relatively close to the fire or building fuel-free and do indirect line, combined with fixed wing retardant, but also now we have heavy helicopters that are actually doing retardant in inaccessible areas that we can't use with fixed wing. So we're in a position where we're trying to do direct suppression, direct attack, but also indirect and then some ignition work to try to stitch together what is it's a line we're creating, but it's a bit broken, especially by some of the areas that are really sheer cliff edge where the fire is burning down below us. Powers Creek, because of the way that it focuses, the way it goes from the east to the west, it has an unfavorable weather condition in terms of lake draw. So really what happens is in the late afternoon into the evening hours, the wind will channel down this drainage towards the lake, which is towards populated areas such as Glen Rosa and West Kelowna. What we're really trying to avoid is getting fire into that area, because we could really have a combination if we have a cold front or a wind event that would come from the west or the northwest with that lake effect would be not put us in a good position and potentially push fire down slope. We're not there yet. We're still holding it on the ridge and in areas. We're not at the point where it's into the Powers drainage fully. And I think the big thing people have to understand is we have a lot of free burning edge that's still up in the mountains actually above it. It can't really be seen. The people can still see the smoke lingering in the valley bottom. We're in this for the long haul now. Looking at the extended forecast for some time, we're going to have dry conditions, later summer conditions into September, mid-20s, high 20s potentially. That could change, hopefully it will. But we're already in a situation where there is a drought already here in the Okanagan Valley. And it's going to be a long haul it's going to be a matter of weeks now, not days, in order to get this fire to some state of containment moving forward.